Abdullah, you have to mute your mic, okay, because of the noise, but you can be able to hear us.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, Abdullah, I've muted your mic. Don't unmute it. I've muted it because of this. I've muted your mic because of the echo. Yeah, my people, welcome. Good evening or good afternoon from Nigeria. Good evening from Istanbul, Turkey. I thank you all for joining us this wonderful evening. Yeah, we have 30 people already. Sorry. And my brother, you can be watching, Haruna, you can be watching with your phone or just mute the thing to see the comments. Yeah. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, greetings, Stella Maris. Infant King. Alaikum salam. Thank you for joining us, guys. Thank you for being a part of the broadcast. Thank you, my brother Lotana, the class captain. People go hear them. Yeah, Sarah Duru, welcome. Joyce Green, I thank you so much. Yeah, Spencer, okay. Now you do. We're live, bro. Yeah, we'll start in 3 minutes or less. Thank you, Spencer. I appreciate you so much. Haruna, do you have another device on? You can mute it, okay? Yeah, that one matter. Yeah, we have someone on YouTube already. I'm fine, Marigold. Marigold, I'm very fine, and you? Okorike Chukwu. Thank you. Gibson, Black Sambo, Kono.
Okay, yeah.
Salam. Yeah, and you too. Bless you too. Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love. Welcome, everyone. Welcome you all with love. Yeah, from Dakar, Senegal, Jackie Roberts, thank you. Ifanye Kemezie, yeah, good job. Yeah, Moses, thank you so much. Who is posting this link here? Nobody should post any link here, please. We are not entertaining any links because have you checked your DNA? This guy said, on I no get life. On I no go even let us talk our Nigerian team too. Wow. Guys, help me share with friends and family. Guys. Share it wide. Share it with people. When I've been seen. Yeah. Tell them no noise. May they hear if they want hear, may they hear. No noise. It's for intelligent people, for smart people. Okay? Chukelue. Thank you. Play the attached video. I will help you become more than you imagine. I don't know the video. Send it to my WhatsApp. Send it there and I will answer you. I will play it. I don't want to start taking risks. You say RNG. Okay. I'm from Adamawa State. Yeah. Yeah, now we dey here, my people. Now we dey here, no leave, no transfer. No leave, no transfer. Soldier go, soldier come. Barras dey there. Bilal, how many people do you invite, my brother? Did you invite Bilal? Okay, you invited him. Okay, yeah, we are 4 now. Yeah, welcome, Bilal.
Thank you.
Yeah, please, you may have to speak up, my brother. Yeah, I can hear you. Just that it's not very. And guys, I can mute your mic at any time. Hold on. Bilal, I've put your mic on mute. just like my brother's mic. So when I call you, I will mute the mic before you start speaking because I don't want the echo to disturb. There is a background noise. You know the distance. Distance is too much, and the network may not be very okay. So my people, I thank you so much for joining us this wonderful evening over here in Turkey and afternoon in Nigeria. I have my brothers, as you can see, from northern Nigeria. I will let them introduce themselves. Of course, I will start with the person we know. Friday Haruna, he will introduce himself again to our audience who don't know him. Then after Friday Haruna, Abdullahi Jima Mohammed will introduce himself. Then Bilal Halilu will introduce himself before we start from Abdullahi Jima. Me and Haruna, I and Haruna, we are just observing. So we are here to ask them questions. Then they are here to educate us and teach us what's going on around Nigeria. Because unless you are too blind, you are supposed to have seen by now that the war in Nigeria is a class war. It's a class war declared on everyone. If you are not in the ruling class, if your father was not in the military, if your people are not members of the political elite, forget it. Nothing is happening for you. So, my brother Haruna, at this point, I will want you to introduce yourself again to our new audience who don't know who you are. Carry on, Haruna. Haruna, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Haruna. We can't hear you. We are not hearing you, Haruna. How? Haruna, you have to join us. You have to join us back, Haruna, please. Then, please, Abdullahi. Abdullahi, please introduce yourself now. Introduce yourself, Haruna, to our audience. Then we'll take Bilal. After Bilal, well, let me unmute the mic. After Bilal, the Haruna will join us later. Carry on.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone from Nigeria and good evening, everyone over there in Africa. My name is Muhammad Yema, the Secretary General of Unit and Community Development Volunteers and the National Coordinator of Area Lives Matters. I'm speaking from Kaduna here in Nigeria. Nice to meet you all. It's a pleasure to be here to discuss the issues facing Nigeria at this moment. Thank you very much.
Abdullahi, it's not clear. Your voice is not clear. I will let you join us again. Then I will bring Bilal. Let's try Bilal. And if it doesn't connect, then you have to join us via WhatsApp. Okay?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Repeat it. Repeat it. I can hear you now.
Okay. My name is Muhammad Abdullah Juma, the Secretary General of Community and Community Development.
Oh, the network, please. Bilal, good afternoon, Bilal. We hope your own will be better. Please, can you explain introduce yourself to our audience? Then we'll start from here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Can you
Welcome.
hear me? Is it clear?
I can hear you.
Okay. My name is Bilal Adamu Halilu.
Yeah.
There's no much introduction. I think many already know me, and those that don't know me will probably know me as a political activist. I'm the
Okay.
convener of Iowa Life Matters, and
Yeah.
when Gamer, the national coordinator, told me about the program, I just felt okay. I should be here and hopefully clear any misconceptions, if any, regarding what Iowa Life Matters is. Because I don't want people to have the notion that Iowa Life Matters is solely about the North, or let's say people that come from the North. I have people that have lived there all their lives. It may surprise you to know that I actually have an Igbo mother. So Iowa is about,
Oh,
belongs to all
you
of
have
us.
an Igbo mother,
Yes, I'm Fulani,
and the
and
and the heaven has not fallen.
nothing has happened. So
Okay.
Ariwa is actually something that belongs to all of us. So it's not like I have friends that have been here, Yoruba, Igbo, Ijo, like over 30, 40 years. They have their own businesses and everything here. So telling them to go back to the north, it's funny. So Ariwa is ours, and they're like stakeholders stakeholders as well. So let's not look at the phrase saying Iowa life matters and think it's about a northern agenda like the Biafra or the Oduduwa Republic. It's nothing like that. It's far from it. It's only coincidental that we're using Iowa life matters because the amount of killing going on is mostly in Iowa. Over 88% of the killings are done here in Iowa. And I've said this, the statistics is there. There is a higher chance of you getting killed in Iowa than any part of Nigeria. So we're not saying that we're trying to witch hunt anybody, but then the northern governors are collecting security votes like the other governors. If the other governors are securing their states, then the northern governors should do the same here.
Okay, thank you, my brother, for that wonderful introduction. Please, our brother Usi Abdul. Usi Abdul, please introduce yourself to our guest. Oh, he has he's gone. He's gone, but we have Friday Haruna again. Friday, please, you have to wait a little. You're an old guy. We all know you. So, my brother, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, bro, Bilal. Can you hear me now?
I can, I'm here.
Okay. Please, Bilal, because your network seems to be better than any other person, and I'll have to mute Friday Haruna now. Please tell us what it is exactly. Just use like 15 minutes and explain your project, what you're doing in the north, how it's going, and the challenges you are facing. We want to compare it with what you are having in the south. Please carry on.
Okay, for starters, we can start from 2015 when people kind of like got this shocker and the current president won the elections. And many will be like, how will he do that? How did he pull it off? Did he have the resources that the incumbent had and everything? But the truth is, we all rallied around him because here in the north, we're tired of the killings. The main reason why he won the elections was because we wanted him, being a retired general, someone that has been in the army and probably will be able to know the inside of the military and have loyalists that will be able to put an end to Boko Haram and other insurgency. Now, fast forward a few months when after he came in, he did some very good decisions, and we had peace for a few months. Then now and now what we have is it's worse. We're not just battling Boko Haram. We're now battling other issues like banditry, kidnapping, and as I said earlier, the chances of you surviving in the north it's slimmer than any other part of the country. We the statistics is there, so we felt okay. If our leaders are very comfortable with our silence, I think it's best we speak up and we try to see how we can put pressure and see how they can change things. We've had so many stories about the military being a little bit complacent, but I can tell you, the military are doing their best. I I had a press release just recently from the military saying that they're doing all they can and to put an end to Boko Haram. And what amazes them is that the kind of sophisticated MPGs Boko Haram are having, the kind of armored trucks and pickups and everything they're having, can't really come from them stealing or kidnapping and everything. It has to be it's sponsored. Now, the most disturbing part of that broadcast was it is not. They said it is not their duty to find out who is sponsoring and giving them weapons. That is the duty of NIA and the DSS. Now, you see, there's no synchronizations within all these things. There should be more like intel coming from the NIA, from the DSS, from the Army, from the Air Force. It has to be a collective thing. Even the custom should be part of it, because if our borders are porous, we find things and weapons still coming in. The army are doing their best and are being killed like chickens every day. Now, just 3 4 days ago, a lieutenant and about four of them, their entourage was attacked. For you to do such things, you must really have intel. So we have a lot of issues. We also have the issues of bordering funding of the police. Most of these policemen are being defunded. We know we had an issue recently where the police went to a place in Kaduna, Benungwari, and they killed over 200 bandits. And I'm telling you, the police didn't have the weapons the bandits had, but they had the willpower to do that. And they went with just one helicopter. But then ever since it's been quiet, because for the police to do this, they have to be funded. Now it now comes the main concern now is you need to fund the police. I think that's the whole idea of the security votes. Now, having states like Kaduna, Borno, and other states, Benue, and the rest that have high level of banditry, kidnapping, and violence, I believe the security votes are usually increased. Now, why is it that the security vote is not being put into use? Why are the police not being funded properly for them to carry out these attacks? Because I am telling you, police have more intel than any other person.
See, my brother, please, bring your phone closer to you. They say they can't hear you very well. Some of them can hear, yeah.
Okay,
Some of
can you
them,
hear me now?
yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you. It's better.
What I'm saying is the police are being funded by the state governors, and the security votes, a large chunk of the security votes should be going to the police commissioners. Now, as I said earlier, the police went into uh, some areas in Kaduna here around Binungwari, and they killed over 200 bandits. Now, what I understand from this is that the police have the willpower to do this, but they're not being funded properly. Even though they went with crude weapons, not sophisticated weapons like what the bandits had, they did a very good job. But then, ever since, it's been quiet. You find it very difficult to travel along Abuja Kaduna Highway. You find it very difficult to go into the farms and do anything. It's that bad. It's really that bad, and that's the reason why we gave the government a 2-week ultimatum. Now, we've been following closely the 2-week span, and I've seen the army intensify efforts. But then you can't say you're intensifying efforts when your entourage, military entourage, is being attacked and the army are being killed. So what's the fate of the common man? We can see the state governors and everyone trying to recruit vigilantes and everything. Now, in Zamfara, for instance, we had about 23 persons who volunteered to be vigilantes. Now, all those 23 persons in less than 3 days were waylaid and killed. They weren't killed in the front, so that means for you to have intel on who were for you to have intel on, okay, these guys were killed, you must know who those persons are, where they live, and all that. So that means we have trust issues. No one will be willing to come forward with information and tell you, look, I saw bandits passing by. No one will be willing to volunteer.
Hold on. You used a net there. You mean the 23 people who volunteered to work, they are all killed?
Yes, they were killed. Zamfara State is there in the news. They were all killed. They volunteered to join the joint task force to go and get the bandits and the rest. They were all killed. So now, where we now talk about your safety as a person, when you say, I really want to do this, or I want to rat out some bandits around my neighborhood. So it's like your fate. Do you actually make it? Now, it now explains why I saw a particular clip where bandits were on motorcycles, close to about 50 or more than them, and they were just passing the highway, and the villagers were waving and praising them because that's the only option they had. If they say, hey, I believe they'll just gun them down. So it's best you wave them and you praise them, and they let you go peacefully. And there are more reports saying that villagers, people living in rural areas in close to those satellite towns where you have the bandits and the rest, are being taxed. They pay fine every month. They pay fine. When they don't pay this fine, they come to their villages. They rape their children. They kill their men. They kidnap those they want to kidnap until these fines are being paid. The government know all this thing. And at a point, I also saw governors trying to do things that are just despicable. You don't do such things. And Masari, Katsina State governor, is the reason why the killings in Katsina intensified. You knew these bandits. You had contact of the bandits. You called these bandits, and you had a roundtable meeting and discussion with the bandits that they should stop. How would you stop someone that is bloodthirsty, vampires, wicked, cruel human beings, and tell them you really feel they should stop? Now you'll be paying them on what? They should surrender their arms? Is it possible for you to negotiate with people like that have killed innocent lives? How will they come back and become humans anymore? These are vampires. They are thirsty, blood-sucking. They're not human beings. They are creatures. They're not meant to be existing. So there's nothing like arresting them or rehabilitating them. You can't negotiate with them. He did that, and now he's licking his wounds. He's saying he made a mistake negotiating with them. Now he's going after them. How is he going to get them? During the negotiations, do we know what happened? Did he give them more money, which will eventually go into funding for their atrocities, or did he give them? Because you can't negotiate with bandits without addressing what is making them do those things. And we know all what is making them do this. It's just thirst for blood, and you just want wealth and all those other things. So I find it very difficult when people say we negotiate with bandits. We try to put. I like the fact that Brutai came out and he said that he doesn't negotiate with bandits. I really know that there's this Geneva Convention. You can't kill these people anyhow and everything. You should try to get them arrested and everything, apprehended and the rest. It's a war. It's this is no room for you to like rehabilitate any bandits. They are not ready to for peace. These guys are being sponsored by foreign forces that really want Nigeria to disintegrate. What we understand now is if the North continues like this, eventually what we'll be having is another thing like a South Sudan. Because all these bandits will become rebel forces who eventually will now try to say, okay, we're going to segregate the country and we're going to take control of the North. Are they having peace in South Sudan? Wouldn't they have been better? Look, it's there. So what we're saying is, if there's anything we elect you people to do, is to secure life and properties. That's the first thing you should do. Because without those things, there will be no development, no progress. You can't go and construct flyovers and roads and everything, and you tell us you're doing anything when our lives are being jeopardized every day. So this is where the problem is, and that is why we're all standing up. Now, we are not interested in an inactive politician and or any political activist or someone trying to score cheap points and okay say the governor or the government are not doing well, so for that reason they can just come and hijack Iowa matters. I for one have done something similar. I did Occupy NAS, and I went there with my own funds. And I know funding is always a quagmire. It's always a Herculean problem when it comes to things like that. I've approached EIE and I've told them, look, crowdfund this movement so that we'll occupy all the northern assemblies in the whole 19 states. EIE are reluctant because when the funds come in, they also need their funds for other programs of theirs. So they've not given me a reply. We have about a week or less than a week for us to do this. And we're saying we will still go to the streets. We're going to fast. Even if we don't get mobile toilets, we'll excuse ourselves, ease ourselves, we'll still be there. If the tents are not going to be there, we'll stay under the sun. The rain will beat us. We're going to be there. We're going to occupy that. We don't need any permit. All we have done is we're going to notify the police. We know our rights. We're going to notify the police. We're going to notify the police. We're going to notify the IG. Every state that is ready will go there. We're going to occupy the northern assemblies all over the 19 states, including FCT. We're going to stay there morning, afternoon, and night. They will not legislate. They will not have peace. Our silence will not make them comfortable anymore, because this time around we're going to speak up. The worst they can do is kill people like us, and when they do, another person will rise up. We've had enough of this nonsense. They've used this thing long enough to divide us between religious and ethnic lines. When everybody if you've ever lived in the north, you will know that every part of this country is evenly poised with different ethnic groups and different religion. In my own street in Tudunwada, which happens to be now predominantly Muslims, you find people, you don't know the difference between a brodel, a church, and a mosque. They're all like close together on the same street. You can leave the brodel, go into the mosque, leave the bottle, go into the church. Someone can even tell his wife that I'm in the church, meanwhile he's in the mosque, or he's actually in the brodel. And nobody cares about that. You can give 15 naira to a child.
Hold on. That brother, mean Ashawo,
Yes,
Ashawo joint.
yes. So you can actually give a
Okay.
child 50 naira and go buy you sugar cane, a child you have never seen. And you go and buy the sugar cane from wherever he's going to look for the sugar cane and come back. But now try and give a child 50 naira and see what will happen. The boy will vanish. So the moral upgrading is going bad. I don't even know where we're getting things wrong. The politicians just came in, and funny enough, those of us that felt okay, we're professionals, we don't need politics. Politics is all about people that are jobless and everything, touts and the rest, decided to just go and stick to our professions and the rest. Now, what we did is we gave room for all the touts to become politicians. They've hijacked the whole system, and funny enough is we are the ones that are making it worse. When it's time for us to go and vote, we rather go and work for INEC and work for this thing, forget 5,000, 2,000. All those guys are volunteered to work for INEC, to work for this, are also part of the problem. 7,000, 5,000 naira is not enough for you. If people look at the statistics and they say, okay, the voting process, when you vote and everything, you find the votes are missing. Everybody is busy trying to collect 5,000, 7,000, 20,000 INEC training. Do you understand that without electronic voting, you are being disenfranchised? They know exactly what they are doing. So you can have 70 million youths. It doesn't count. Because when the time comes, they are busy using you as touts, they are busy using you as electoral officers, they are busy using you as agents, they are busy using, so you won't go to your own polling unit, because they know if you go to your own polling unit, you may probably just swindle everything, and then eventually things will work. Let's stop volunteering to go into things like that and see if they can rig the elections. Over 70 million youths don't vote. That is the truth. Because you're busy looking for 15 naira, 1,000, 5,000 naira. Let us remove these guys. Look, people talk about this, but it's the actions. Everything is there. We have the military guys there. I can tell you, I know military men that are just too good, but they are just being there because the people there are there because they have political godfathers or something. Even if you change the military right now, the hierarchy of the military, and you don't get the right people that have the zeal to take over, and it's going to be like, okay, who do we like? Who do we want to do this? Do we want to do that? If you're good enough, they retire you. Let's get people there and take over this hem of affairs. I give you 1 month, Boko Haram will go off the surface of Nigeria. How many local governments? You can give an announcement, broadcast for 48 hours and tell them, look, all these local governments, all of you should vanish. Go there, use the ground forces, condone everywhere, tell people from Chad, Niger, and everything, block all of you, will all of them, put them in the center, clear the whole place. How much will it take you to build, to reconstruct the whole village? How much? We're spending money on weapons because some people are earning a lot of money from that contract. Some people are using it to make, they have turned it to a cash cow. Every good program, I saw Festus Kayem on Never, and that's just trying to make people a little bit self-employed. For how long? 3 months, 20,000. Would he feed you the transportation and the rest? Then yet those same people were elected, were trying to embarrass him. We need people like that to stand up. We need people to understand that these people are just psychopaths. They don't even care about us. Look, I try as much as possible to be very decorous, but seriously, if not because God is a merciful God, this pandemic should have just wiped every person that is corrupt in this country, and let's see how we can move forward. It's really hard, breaking. And when you see people sit down and you praise these same people, somebody is taking money from you to build and construct schools, and then he steals side phones, and then he does everything, and you're congratulating him, telling him, well done, you're a good leader. Is it his money? Who gave him the money? Is it his own personal money? It's annoying. I'm a Rotarian. I know what Rotary is about. It's about service to humanity. We use our own funds and we do that, and we don't tell people we do that. But this guy is there, is collecting money from you. And then some of this product is not even his constituency project. He just hijacks it and says, Subeb, come and do this. Subeb will do it. He will now put his name there. He did what? Look, it's time we stop being ethnocentric and start telling us Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba and everything. The people that this guy is killed is not Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba or anything. The people that live in the north are mostly people from the south and east. Come and try it and see. When it's Easter time or it's Christmas time, you see everybody is going back there. How many weeks do you do in Onitsha or Aba or Port Harcourt or Lagos? A week and you're back to the north again. They're killing us. It has reached the point where they go into our rooms, they kill us, they rape us. Imagine the trauma. They'll kill your husband and rape your daughter in front of you. Tell me that woman, imagine the kind of trauma she's going through. We guys have to understand what this thing is about. Arewa Life Matters has nothing whatsoever to do something like Arewa, whatever, and everything. And let me tell you this. There is a group once long ago that said something about all people that are not in the north or whatever, Igbo, whatever, should leave the north. I personally have refused to align myself with that group in the coalition because aligning with that group in the coalition of Arewa Life Matters is like saying what they did in the past is right. They will not align. I will not align with such groups. Arewa is for all of us. Even the south, the east, and everything is for all of us. I have a constitutional right to live anywhere I want to live in this world. So Arewa Life Matters is a coincidence because our northern governors are the ones failing us, and they will receive it this time around with the heat that they have never seen in their entire life. We are asking people now to come around, and everyone should try as much as possible to be there. The letters are for notification. It's nothing more. We're not telling them, look, we're needing your permission. I will not use vulgar words here. I am not scared of them. We're not scared of them. We don't seek your permissions. We're going there. We're going to tell you, we're notifying you that we're going to all the 19 state houses of assemblies. We have our 19 coordinators. We're going to sleep, eat, and drink, and do everything there. We'll try and observe the laws of social distancing and face masks and whatever. We're going to stay there. We're going to remain there. We're going to make sure they put an end to the killings. Because our homes are no more safe. Our farms are no more safe. Our roads are no more safe. There's no even job for you. So it's best you come there and stay there, and good willing Nigerians will be supplying us food for the next 1 year till everything gets back to normal. That's the truth. We need to do something drastic for things to get done in this country. You are living there and sitting under a shade or in your house right now, you're comfortable. The truth is there'll be a time that it will be your turn. They'll come into your bedroom. You have to put a stop to it now. How big is Nigeria that they'll be taking care of? How many? Look, America is quite different. They have gun laws that will let you take weapons and protect yourself. We can't do that. If you have a weapon now, they'll call you armed robber or whatever. So, okay, if you guys can protect us, let's all of us go and buy our weapons and protect ourselves. But if you cannot let us have this thing, then let you guys defend us. Let us guys see. I have a farm in Binugwari. I'm not going to make 1 naira this time around because I can't go and farm. I lost a friend on that road because they kidnapped the wrong person, thinking he was the big man because he dressed simple. So they shot the other guy, then they shot him, then they took the driver and the mechanic, and they went and they thought those were the guys that were going to give him money. He was going from his farm and just coming back. So what are you trying to tell me? I can't go to that place. I dare not go to that place. In Kaduna, there are places now that are dark areas. You dare not go there. This same Hayi side, Mando side, whatever side, Southern Kaduna side, Binugwari side, if you go there in the evening, you will vanish. So what are you saying? We should keep quiet? Anybody that is quiet is a hypocrite. Let me tell you this, I'm not scared of anybody. If you're quiet about this, you're a hypocrite. The reason why I call you a hypocrite is because you're either making money from it or you're actually sucking our blood. You're a vampire, you're sucking our blood, and you're enjoying this. So anybody that remains silent about Ariwa Life Matters is a hypocrite. Ariwa Life Matters is not an ethnocentric group. It is about Nigeria, one Nigeria. Whether we like it or not, people are complaining now that beef is very expensive. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I love meat. Maybe it's the Igbo blood in me that makes me like meat. I love beef. Go to the east right now. A kilo here already is about 1,007. Go to the east and you find a kilo of beef is about 2 something. I'm trying to tell you this. This is just logic that we are feeding most parts of Nigeria. The cow you're getting comes from here. Forget this thing. They'll sell you herdsmen and farmers are fighting and clashing. They're politicizing this thing. Haven't they been there for generations before we came to the world? I'm asking you people questions. Let's stop telling people. See, they will use something in the media and bring something, take our minds away. What I keep saying is when people stand up to do the right thing, I don't know why they get so cowed or get so scared and they stop. Two-Face wanted to do something long ago. I don't know what they did or they threatened him or whatever, and he just called it up. It's time we stand up. Go there, sit down. Even if you're jobless, we'll buy food. Even if I don't buy food, God will provide food. We'll eat in front of them. Let's do it for 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year and see if Nigeria doesn't change. These guys are. See, COVID-19 did a lot of good things. It showed how insensitive they are. All of them just vanished. Nobody was bringing a grain of rice. Even when they were sharing the food, they ended up cornering the food for themselves, giving you 2 packs of Indomie and a mudu of rice. So what are we saying? We have inhumane leaders. And yes, I agree that some of us are
This one too loud. This one, can you hear me, Abdullah?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Abdullah, wait, let me lower the volume. Okay, Abdullah, please introduce yourself again and tell us what the situation is like where you are in northern Nigeria, please.
Okay, my name is Abdullah Juma, the Secretary General of the Community Volunteers and the National Coordinator of Ariwa Life Matters. Bilal Habib, the convener, is our leader. I think I've said a lot.
Can you hear me? Abdullah, can you hear me? See, call me on WhatsApp. Let me bring back Bilal. The connection is very bad. Let me bring back Bilal. Haruna, please, no vex. So, say me and you. Now we'll get here. Let the guests speak first. Please, Abdullah, call me on WhatsApp call. Let me bring back Bilal. My brother, wait, let me put Bilal at the middle. Bilal, please, welcome back. Welcome back, Bilal. Continue, please. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Bilal, you have to log out, then come join the stream again. Log out and join the stream again, please. Log out and use the stream or the WhatsApp link again, please. Yeah, Haruna is here. Hello, Haruna, welcome. Hello, Haruna. Sorry, not Haruna. Abdullahi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Please explain, introduce yourself to our people again so they can hear you very well right now, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Mohammed Abdullahi Jema.
Yeah.
Secretary General of Kaduna Youth and Community Development Volunteers and the National Coordinator of Arewa Lives Matters. Bilal Halil is our convener, is our leader. I think he has said a lot. But the situation in northern Nigeria is devastating, but few people know about that because we don't have sound and vocal voice to speak out. The reason why we are ready to speak out now because the thing is getting out of hand. Recently, I don't know if we can talk about the past 2 years, like just from 2019 to 2020, from April 2019 to May 2020, 7,986 people were killed due to violence. You understand? Which 7,036,000 of those people that were killed, they were killed in northern Nigeria. So it is looking like 8 times worse for any region in Nigeria. Now, talk about the volunteers that have been killed recently. Those people are willing to sacrifice just to make their communities a better place, but it becomes a problem. So they are just carrying out, they are just carrying people. They just want people that are vocal, the intellectual people, not to come out to talk. Because what our leaders really wanted is we don't want the masses to be aware of what is happening. On June 25th, kidnappers returned to Kaduna from Abuja Highway. They intercepted numbers of people, which means the number of people being kidnapped. That is sad. That is devastating. And recently, on 27th June 2020, 10 soldiers were killed in Borno. But who is going to talk about that? And those soldiers have sacrificed their life for Nigeria. Yeah. And there is no compensation. After our senators are busy fighting for the common cheap labor that the federal government is willing to give to the masses, they are fighting over it because they want the slot to share it within themselves. Likewise, the some newspapers too reported about the abduction of dozens of women in Borno on 27th June 2020. Likewise, bandits attacked Katsina and killed 6, injured 2 pregnant women, confirmed by the police. The police even said this. That is bad. So, whereby people like us, if we don't come out and talk, I don't think there is anything we can do. This movement of the politicians that we are seeing as our leaders, they are not willing to change the status quo because all they are thinking about is how to work for their paymasters or godfathers. They have to pay out the money they collected from them to get them into offices. So the money for projects, they don't even care about trust. Now, can you imagine, after elections, the senators received 4.6 billion naira as welcome allowances? 4.6 billion naira. Do you know what that can do?
Oh.
That is a lot. You understand? And likewise, they collect 1.7 billion for constituency projects, which we can't see. No one even, a lot of people don't even know their representatives.
Yes.
They are there fighting over things. Like each and everything that is initiated.
But when the election comes, they will start telling us the difference Awolowo, Zik, Tafawa Balewa, and Ahmadu Bello had before independence. They will start recycling the same old nonsense. Then it will.
You understand? Because the struggle between Awolowo and Inamdi and Tafawa Balewa, so they use that thing to divide our room, because they know that the Northerners were supporting their own, the Southerners were supporting their own, and that thing is still existing, which is not something to condone at this point of time. This is a digital world. Like we don't expect that dogma to still exist within our cycle. They are above 50 and they did nothing. And if you expect someone that is above 50 to be great in Nigeria, you are wasting your time.
Okay, brother, see what will happen. See what will happen. Hold it right there. Call me on audio call, just an ordinary audio call. Let's get back to Bilal because the people are complaining about the voice. on video. Let's get back to Bilal, okay? Okay. Yes, audio call. Yeah, Bilal, are you there? Are you there, Bilal? We can't hear you, Bilal. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you anymore, Bilal. Check your microphone. Bilal, see, Bilal, log out, go out, then use the same link and come back again. So see whether it will connect. Please. Hello. Hello, bro. Hello, brother. Yeah, it's better now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
So a lot of people don't even know their representatives, and they are using those problems that we had in the initial stage after receiving the independence to divide our rule in Nigeria today, which is so unfortunate. Could you believe last year 33 governors budgeted for 15.737 trillion naira in 2019? Is there anything to present? With the rate of poverty, over 65% of Nigerians are living below $1.
Right.
That is so unfortunate. And you will see a lot of youth coming out saying, like, I'm an Igbo, I'm Hausa, I'm from North, I'm from South. We don't even, their nation, they don't even know their direction, they don't even know where they are headed to.
Yeah.
And that is what the politicians really wanted.
Yes.
So, people like us, if you don't come out and speak, despite being young and despite being like powerless in their midst, at least we have voice. We are intellectuals. We need to speak. It's better for you to die like a man than to die like a coward. At least you're there for a reason.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
How are you going to explain to your children when they come up like, why is Nigeria in this situation? What have you done about that? That's the question we keep asking our parents, because our parents are among those that failed us. I don't believe that only the leaders failed us. Even our parents who were silent then failed us.
Yes.
You understand? In the face of oppression, if you are silent, it's a betrayal.
Of course.
That is it. I don't think Mandela today will be remembered if he decided to accept the agreement they brought to him when he was in jail. He decided to turn it down because he really wanted his people to be liberated.
Yeah.
Those are leaders. Those are people you can talk about. But whereby now people here, all they care about is how my father is going to get into office, or my relative is going to get into office,
yeah,
because I'm going to get something. Last year, EFCC recruited people, these guys were serving for almost 8 months. They asked, we are going to be there for a year. Someone from Niger Delta, you won't believe, like, it paid me. His uncle became a senator. Do you know he decided to dash out and left that job because his uncle became a senator?
Kai.
Because he had seen some, he was going to collect his national kick.
Yes.
Now, can you imagine? And the reading culture is low.
Aye.
Instead of us to be writing about our history that will be fair to us, we are writing against each and every region. My
brother, let me tell you something on that historical aspect. Do you know why the ruling class hates history? Because when you start going deep into history, you will expose all of them and their families, not just in the north, even in the southeast, in the south, in the southwest. When you tell people the real history, the only history they tell us about is so time. Zeke and Awolowo betrayed Zeke. Zeke betrayed Awolowo. Zeke betrayed Tafawa Balewa during the first coup, of which I am against what happened in that first coup, because the problem we are facing today is that they told us that they killed every other person and left Zeke. Hey, I am not advocating for violence, but if you want to clean out the house, clean out everything. Now, the only history you will hear is about how Zeke was spared, of which Zeke is the #1 traitor in Igbo land. But when you go outside in the street, you will see Igbo people versus Yoruba people insulting each other. Igbo people, Hausa, Fulani, some Hausa people, you see them insulting Yoruba people, insulting Igbo people. At the end of the day, ask the person, what exactly are you benefiting from this system? It's nothing. So when it comes to the historical aspect, they don't want to be exposed. The Igwes, the Obis, the kings in the south, then the emirs in the north, all of them.
Let me tell you something. Recently, there was a killing in Kaduna in the local government. The governor, despite being agile, everyone like praises everybody, does a lot of work, things like that. This man have to apologize because he is having only 13,000 policemen to secure over 9 million people.
How
can that be possible?
As
I'm telling you right now, Nigeria is not having more than 300,000 policemen.
Yes.
Over 200 are serving individuals. Why should a senator have a police behind him? Why should a rich man just go and hire the policeman just to secure him a room in the midst of over 200 million people? You get it? Now the problem we are facing, our military men are overstretched.
Yes.
We don't have enough on ground.
Yes.
So those ones that are fighting in Borno are the ones that will go and fight in Niger Delta, are the ones that will go and fight in Katsina. How do you expect those people to do it?
Yes. Yes.
And we don't even get along within them. The Air Force, the military, and the DSS, whatever, everyone is feeling on top because he thinks he's independent on his own. There's no synergy within them.
Yes.
You get it? And do you know the reason why we can't expose some people in our communities? Because the moment you expose a criminal, the police will release him, and this guy will come out and threaten you. The next person in line to be killed is you.
Yes.
So right now, what we are doing, we are just sacrificing our lives and exposing ourselves, which is, that's the only thing we can do. That is the best and the least we can do. You get it? I'm still young. You understand? I'm still young. I know that I'm young, but for me right now to be doing this is because maybe my foresight have shown me something that if you decide to join these bandwagons, you are not going to do anything. And why should I stay and watch a country where I don't enjoy and have a kid that will grow up not enjoying again? There's no reason for that.
Yes. Yes, my brother.
Isn't it? There's no reason for that. One power sector could be when Buhari came emerge as president, Buhari gave them out with almost 700 billion naira. But up to date, a lot of places don't have power. There is no light. In Kaduna, we decided to protest and we go against them. Do you know what happened? Their head called the deputy commissioner of police. The deputy commissioner of police called us and he threatened us that you want us to be locked up. Why? We decided to go on media. They called for emergency meeting. They were telling us that where I came from, definitely I don't have a problem of power. But the youths that I'm trying to reach out my targets, they are having a lot of issues. So I was on table. They asked me, so where am I from? I told them, like, this is where I'm from. They said, why am I here? Because I'm not having a problem of power. I said, see, what you need to understand, Nigeria belongs to us and Kaduna State belongs to us.
Yes.
There's nothing like I'm from here, from the privileged side to not privileged side. When there's a problem, we just go out and fight it. That is the way forward. But now, what they really wanted is, now, look at the political terrain. Everyone is emerging. The wise one will just come out now. If she sees we are having a base, they will align with you to emerge as president. Next, when they see they are not going to gain from there, they will align to the next party and emerge. And up to date, the wise, the youth are not yet enlightened about that, and they are not seeing the logic or the reason behind that. It's so unfortunate.
Child.
So we have to speak up. It's not about you being Yoruba, me being Hausa, you being Igbo, or whatever. All of us are Nigerians. All of us are suffering. Poverty, don't know any ethnic group or religion.
Yes.
The people controlling our wealth are not up to 100,000. We are over 2 million, 200 million. They are not up to 100,000.
Yes. Yes, bro.
And they are controlling this wealth without even an iota of sympathy.
Thank you, my brother. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Please, just stay there. Bilal, can you hear me? Bilal, unmute your mic and talk to us, please, Bilal. Can you hear us? Oh, Bilal. Okay, yeah, we can hear. I think we can hear. Talk now. Let's hear. Hello, Bilal? Oh, please. Bilal, I really want to speak with you. I don't know what the problem is. I can't hear you. See if you can join with Facebook. You know you are joining with YouTube. Please try and join with Facebook, please. Let me resend the link. Let me resend the link to Abdullahi. Then Abdullahi will send to you again. Abdullahi, I'm trying to send you the link again. Please forward to Bilal. Can you hear me? Yeah, let me send you the link again. Forward it to him. Tell him to use this one. Or Bilal, if you can hear us, restart your phone. So Haruna, please. Haruna, Haruna has gone. Have you forwarded it to him, Abdullahi?
No, I'm just doing that right now.
Okay, because they've gone. But now let me continue speaking. Let me give a small monologue. And when you are back, just let me know. When you are done sending it to him, let me know. Okay, Bilal is back. Yeah, Bilal is back now. He's back. Bilal, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's good. Please carry on.
Sorry, I don't know. I've had a few things. I don't know where Game has stopped, but I did hear him mention something about policing. Now, we already know that there's the ratio of about one policeman to about 300,000 Nigerians. That's unacceptable. Anywhere in the world, it's not going to work. You can't police 200. You can't police 300,000 persons, John person. Even at that, we have people. We have people that are very still insensitive. Our legislators, or definitely our lawmakers, whatever, having over 10, 15, even as much as 30 policemen policing just one public servant. These are things that have gone really bad. I've seen issues where you see a policeman carrying an umbrella for a politician, carrying your briefcase and everything. Sometimes you don't even understand what the job description is all about. I don't want to delve into that matter. I don't even want to go there. The thing is, if we need more people, do the right thing. Get people recruited. Release the funds. That security vote is not meant for your personal expenses. It's meant to secure the lives and properties of Nigerians. It is the main thing that makes someone will leave a ministerial position, will leave a position where we claim that the Senate, they make a lot of money from their allowances and the rest. Someone is more willing to be a governor than to be a senator. That's to tell you that it's that security vote that they are more interested, because you don't account for it. So are they actually trying to say it's easier for you to just put that money in your pocket while people die in your state? Is that what you're trying to say? Is it you feel you actually go to bed at night knowing that someone has died because bandits came into your state and killed them? Then the security vote is being diverted for your own personal use, for you and your cronies. You actually go to bed at night with that thing in your conscience. They don't have a conscience. What we're saying is we want them to do the right thing. We're not using force. It's not force, but we know that there are certain things that you don't even have to use force. We're going to go there, and I'm still saying it. We're going to. I think there's no point talking too much, because what people have been doing is talk. People said they were going to do a protest, and I asked the question. I said, if you do a protest, you carry placards and you go on the streets, you talk, you shout, you do everything. Even the media will only report what their masters want you to report. If you have very few persons in the media that are willing to report your news, you have to pay for it to be out there as news. Then you now go back home and nothing changes, because it goes back to the status quo. Nothing is going to change. Nothing. It will just go back. You just did a protest yesterday and they went to Katsina, they waylaid the whole neighborhood, they killed 6 and they kidnapped many. You did a protest yesterday and they killed, and they did that something the next day. So what happens? You just did a protest because what? You want to get score cheap fame or score a political point? So I don't think protest is going to work. We're going to occupy. Occupation is going to be more intensive. It's going to cost us more. If it means going there 6 a.m. and we'll be there till the next day, fasting and whatever we can afford, we'll eat. If it's raining, we go under the tree or whatever. If people are there to provide tents and movable toilets, we're not waiting for persons, because I understand one thing. If you keep waiting and waiting, you have to raise funds and the rest. No one is going to come. All you just need is a few persons that are willing to stand up, and you find many millions and other Nigerians that know what this is all about will join in. We're going to take it by the storm. We're taking the states that are more ready. We have 19 states, and hopefully next week, Nigeria, we are going to redefine the North. It's the truth. It is not hearsay. It's a fact. We can't fund this thing because Iowa Life Nata is a pressure group. We don't have an account where you come and donate and everything. Fine. But we are patriots. We're going to buy the t-shirts ourselves. We're going to do whatever it takes, because I want a situation whereby we don't get miscreants joining the movement, and that's why it's important. If you're going to be part of this movement, you have to get the t-shirt. We have to have name tags and things like that to give you, so that we identify with you. You know, you can really have a protest or an occupation that it's peaceful, but along the line you find people being sent to cause discord and make you look bad. So we'll try as much as possible to cover.
We call them agent protestants.
Whatever agents they are going to be, whatever we're doing, we know that our heart is in the right place. Whatever we are doing and your heart is in the right place, we're not seeking funds for people. I'm very certain that there are well-meaning Nigerians out there that can easily fund whatever we're doing. But then, at the end of the day, the funding is an issue. I am collecting monies from you, and then they'll feel, okay, I'm being sponsored by someone else. I know they will go through my accounts and everything. Fine, I'm a good businessman and I have my own good account, but I don't want it to be linked to anybody. I have not touched anybody's funds. As a matter of fact, I am funding most of these events. I've been doing that on my own accord, because the truth is, we're trying to set a future that is going to be safe for our own children. As it is, the North is not safe. Gamer just pointed out the statistics. It's quite true. And this statistics is from April to May. If we were to give you statistics over the 10 years period, you'll be shocked at the amount of killings that's going on in the North. People are saying coronavirus has killed 516 by now. Is it 616 at the last time I checked? You kill that much number of persons in less than a week here in the North. Sometimes even a day. By the time you add Southern Kaduna, different parts of Kaduna, Benue, Plateau, and the rest, my brother, you have more than what Corona has killed in 3-4 months. Yet we can say we can shut Nigeria down because of Corona, but we can't shut the North down because of the killings and the rest. It's not going to happen. We have done the worst. We have elected incompetent persons that don't even have empathy. They don't realize that we're human beings anymore to rule over the affairs of the country. So that is the first problem we're having. Fine, since they don't have sense, let us go there and share some of our sense to them. Let them know that, okay, let's borrow them sense. Okay, this is what you're supposed to do. When you go in there today, this morning, the first thing you should do is talk about the killings that is happening in this state. Let's take a state by state. Then those of you in Abuja, go there and tell them, look, let's talk about how we are going to stop the killings in Beduguri, in Borno, in Sokoto, in Zamfara, in Kaduna, and the rest. That's your IMF loan that you want to talk, that the president wants. Drop it aside. Those your construction of whatever, the steel and everything, please drop that one aside. Talk about these killings, secure us first, then you now take that one as the second or third or fourth agenda. As long as that thing is not addressed, then we have a problem. And as a country, as a people, we should learn to understand that Nigeria belongs to all of us. The service chiefs, for one, I don't think that they deserve another tenure. I'm not trying to reach on them and everything. When they started well. Let's give room. Out of 200 million Nigerians, are you trying to tell me there are no people that are competent enough to take over the affairs of the country, the security and the rest? This is the thing we're saying. That's why people accuse you of nepotism and the rest. Somebody is 80, he wants to be an ambassador. What happens to the youths? You mean you're trying to tell me that there are not people in their 50s, in their 40s that are competent enough to take over the affairs of a country, to do things right? See, it is high time we stop all the nepotism. We come back to the drawing board as Nigerians. First and foremost, we're humans. Then the most important thing, we are all Nigerians. We're not interested in where you come from. This has been one of the things that have been killing Nigeria. That federal character is a scam. They only bring up federal character when they feel their own side is cheated. Let's pick people that are competent enough. If you are a round peg, put you in a round hole. We need our armed forces to do. Look, we have done ECOMOG, we have done Sierra Leone, we have done UN. Are you like, seriously, we have done Sudan? Are you trying to tell me that Nigerian army can't handle Boko Haram? Or is there, we don't have enough money to take care of those issues? Now, people have decided to take banditry and kidnapping as a profession because you don't provide jobs, you don't provide security. Look, some of these guys, I'm not justifying anything, used to have cattle. Their cattle were rustle, and now they, instead of having cattle, they are now getting AK-47s. And they've realized the AK-47 is going to earn them more money than the cattle rustling, because the money you get from AK-47, when you do an operation, you've not sell, maybe you have to sell 10 cows before you get that money, and probably you have to do that in years. Let's stop bringing religion and ethnicity to all this nonsense. Let's tell ourselves the truth. We need our leaders to secure our lives. If they will not, let all of us go and occupy their houses, live inside there, stay at the gate. I am very certain the policemen there guarding them will guard us from the people killing us and kidnapping us daily. Do you know, there's a high rise in the purchase of armored cars, bulletproof cars, because even they themselves, they know that they want to be safe. So they will not, it has reached that bulletproof cars. Instead of you getting bulletproof cars, can't you bring out that money and make sure that we donate those funds to the police, to the vigilantes, to those people that will secure our lives? Or better still, if you know you cannot defend us, why don't you just pass a bill? Let all of us buy our weapons and defend ourselves. We're trying to reduce crime rate. We're not trying to say let's be like US where everybody can carry guns around and everything. We don't want that. Seriously. I just feel we don't have this mental capacity to just own a gun. So if you can't really protect us, then it's about time we use yourself, will join us. Wherever we're staying, if you are staying there and you are feeling safe, good and fine. But where we are, it's far away from where you are. And the carnage is going on here. You are there watching cable and TV. Sometimes it's really disheartening. When they say 6 were killed, they start arguing about the figures. They don't even argue about how do we stop this 6 that were killed. They're like, no, it wasn't 6, it was 2. When you say people were kidnapped along Abuja, what's it called? Kaduna Abuja Highway, and it just happened about three hours ago, they'll start telling you which news recorded that. We're telling you that my cousin or my brother or my friend, or I just passed down the road and they kidnapped these people, and you're telling me you want to hear it from the Guardian or the Punch or AIT before you know that they just kidnapped us 30 minutes ago. Like, these things are just, they're heartbreaking. We have to tell ourselves the truth. And apart from let's go there and protest, we have to put an end to all this nonsense. We're not talking about just security. After security, what are the issues we need to address? The healthcare. All of them right now in Nigeria, they can't travel for foreign healthcare. Tourism, foreign tourism, healthcare tourism has ended, Abi. They can't do it again, Abi. No visa to go there. They are looking for hospitals now where we'll take them. They spent money abroad, building mansions and the rest. They couldn't take care of the healthcare now. We are now forced to fix our own home. This is what is good for all of us. And surprisingly, some of them are dying for the same healthcare that you didn't provide for your state. And you don't have a hospital in your state, but you will die and you were a governor. See, let's not even start saying I will never wish anybody dead. It's not in my nature. But the truth is, there's what they call karma. It's called karma, nemesis. What goes around comes around. Millions of Nigerians have died because you didn't provide adequate healthcare. So once a big man dies, so you mean you don't have a good hospital? That's when it's like a wake-up call. Trust me, a week later, they have forgotten about it. These guys are not humans. They don't even have a conscience. I am wondering how they sleep at night. Do they actually take sedatives and inject themselves to sleep? Can a normal human being, somebody that has been elected, somebody that has millions of people under you, my religion tells me that if your neighbor goes to bed hungry, you have committed a sin. But then it is worse on a leader. If a leader finds, if someone in your own local government, your own community goes to bed hungry, the sin is on you as a leader. Now, we're not talking of somebody being killed, though. We're talking of the person no get food, eat for house. Now, this person is killed not just once, not just twice, and many of them, and you are able to legislate on house loan, cow allowances, wardrobe allowances, tourism allowances, and even be able to laugh and show your 32, your dental cavity on the floor of the Senate or the House of Rep because everything is normal. Your child, your wife, and the rest have not been kidnapped. Abi, none of them is sick and the rest. So the life of a common man is useless. See, look, it's enough is enough. There's no point talking and talking and talking. When we talk, they'll say we're blabbing, we can't do anything. Oh yeah, now
Thank you, my brother, for your wonderful contribution. Haruna, please unmute your mic now and speak to us because we don't stay here. Haruna, can you hear me? Unmute the mic. Haruna, hello? Can you hear me, Haruna? Oh, Haruna, we can't hear you. Unmute your mic, Haruna. Haruna, let me kick Haruna and please, Abdullah, Jima, can you hear me now? Hello, let me unmute the mic. Can you hear me, Jima? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, Jima. See, please, Bilal, unmute your mic now, please, unmute your mic. I want to. You said something that time, and it has to do about Chad and Niger Republic. I have it on a good. I heard you said something about Chad and Niger Republic, the border of Chad and Niger. How is it that you have American military bases in Chad and Niger Republic, yet all these armored tanks used by these insurgents are flooding in from that place? How is it possible? Does it mean that their satellites are not picking up those things?
My brother, it beats my imagination. However, there are things that we really need to tell ourselves. Do we have enough custom checkpoints across the entire border? Do we actually have enough custom routes? Because these custom borders are supposed to be stationed everywhere. You can't even come into a country. So I want to say this, and it's the truth. One, our borders are porous. I'll say it again. Our borders are porous. You will pass through, just like the way water gets through foam or something. Our borders are very porous. Now, our custom officers are corrupt. Our custom officers are corrupt. I'll say it, and it is the truth. Our custom officers are corrupt. I'm not saying we don't have good ones amongst them. If you have 1,000 naira and you give them 1,000 naira and you can pass with your car, and they will assume that what is there is maybe maize, probably is weapons inside that. So they are not interested in doing their work thoroughly. They are not interested in, if they post me to those points, let me make 1, 2, 3, 5 billion naira before the end of the year. Or let me make this, or let me make that. Look, let me say this. I like the fact that Hamid Ami is doing a lot. He's giving them promotions and rewards and everything. Fine. But still, there's a lot of work. These are people that have learned this thing for decades. They know how to make money. I will not call names, but we know custom bosses that have made billions already. Imagine the revenue custom is making now. Compared to those days, there wasn't anything like revenue. It was just entering voicemail. Now, at least, let's assume, okay, yes, to a very large extent, we're paying custom duty for cars, for things, and all that. Custom is actually getting a lot of revenue. No sentiments attached, no politics here. I'm a political here. Amid Ali is doing a tremendous job. If you can't get someone that is doing something as good as Amid Ali, please don't remove him. But still, it goes down to you being a patriotic Nigerian, knowing that, look, if you let one gun pass through this border, it is going to go and kill somebody. You may not know, but someday it will get to the turn that it will kill someone that is your loved one. So if 1,000 for every car is okay for our lives, then I think the whole custom borders and everything, I think we need to put an end to it. There are issues. I saw this issue with Zulum, the governor of Bono. He was saying the same thing. Some of the military guys are positioned there. where you're supposed to checkmate if Boko Haram are getting supplies or supplies are coming in, have ended up becoming toll gates, collecting 500, 1,000 naira for motorists. How now would you be able to stop somebody that is coming in with improvised weapons and everything? How would you stop someone going to give Boko Haram supplies or bringing in supplies into the country or from the borders? We know that these are border states, Katsina, Maiduguri, Zamfara, and the rest. If you look closely, most of the killings are happening. Let's forget sentiments here. Let's be very pragmatic. It happens along the border regions. Then it goes in. At a time, if the north has been, or the whole north has been ravaged, it will now go down to the middle belt and enter the south and the rest. And you tell me if Nigeria will remain. Zamfara is close to the border. Sokoto, Katsina, Maiduguri. So, and you're trying to tell me that there are no foreign aid coming in from another country? Where are these weapons coming in? What is the function of the NIA and the DSS? When you talk about things like this, you're going to protest. That's when you know that DSS is very active. They want to see how much money they gave Bilal. Who was the person wiring money into his account? Where is he living? Or this and that. Oh, you find them becoming very active. Where will we find him? Where will we do that? So if they can gather intel on people like that, what are they doing? Why are our borders so porous? Why is it that in the past, helicopters used to come and drop weapons and the rest? And we've seen video clips of that. There was a claim I got from here, Southern Kaduna. Someone said that helicopter comes and they drop weapons. Fine. Let's assume that the helicopter is coming and dropping weapons for the military and the rest, which is okay. I can understand that. But she now said something that a day or two after these weapons are being dropped, they come and they attack them. So is that a coincidence? So let us stop putting religion and ethnicity in this thing. We're Nigerians first. We love this country. And let me tell you something that everybody doesn't know. The whole world, there's no country that is as great as Nigeria. Nigeria is blessed with human resources. The most intelligent species in the world are Nigerians. I don't even know how that thing happened. We're intelligent. We have the greatest geniuses. We have the best minds. We even have the best criminals. If you want to steal as a Nigerian, you have to be very intelligent. Even the criminals, you see everybody that can be a criminal. So let's harness this intelligence and put it into the right. But what we've been having is selfish, greedy individuals ruling over us, lording over us, because we have all turned ourselves to Oga. Well done, sir. 20,000 naira. Look at 20,000, 30,000 is what they are fighting for. 777 local governments. At the end of the day, the House of Rep member, he wants to carry like 100 or 50 and give to his stouts so that they will come. They say, oh, God, and then he will now use them again to rig elections and do that madness. What is 30,000 naira? If you have roads and education is free and the hospitals are affordable, I'm telling you, you don't need government job. You don't even need anything. Let me break this down in small statistics. I changed my tires in Abuja. Now, I couldn't afford new tires because you can understand, I'm not stealing from government, so I can just try and see what I can do. Now, each tire went for about 7,000 naira. That's a Belgium tire. So I'm changing 4 tires. The vulcanizer there, stationed there, changes each tire for 500 naira. By the time I was negotiating for my tires to be changed, those 4 tires, I was negotiating on the price to pay for those 4 tires, which is 28,000. The vulcanizer had already changed almost 8 tires there. That means 8 tires, that's about 4,000 naira. Abi? Now, by the time I finished mine, I gave him another 2K for 4 tires. That's another 2,000. He has made 10K in less than an hour there. Now, one thing I understood is you have to make sure that you understand your business acumen, your location. Because you can't just go anywhere and you do that kind of job. Fine. This guy can save as much as 20,000 or 10,000 naira every day. He is not working like a banker that will be spending money on clothes, wardrobe, feeding, all those kind of allowances. He will not. Because if you're a banker, you think you're any more money than a vulcanizer. You're on your own. You are deceiving yourself. It's slavery. The vulcanizer can take 1 month off. He's making more money. You work from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. sometimes. You're slaving yourself. Now calculate if this guy is saving 10,000 naira every month. And you pick days every month. In a month, he has about approximately 300,000 naira. If you provide healthcare for this man, good healthcare, affordable healthcare, the government should provide that. Education, free education for his children to secondary school level, which is our right also. If you give him good roads, okay, and then the housing scheme, provide housing where he can pay as much as 30,000 naira monthly for the next 10, 20, or 25 years. This guy can comfortably afford to go on a vacation with his family. Let him know that it's just food, wardrobe, and the rest. The man is a rich man. But by the time this guy saves that 10,000, house rent, feeding. Let's say feeding is already there. Clothing, health, school fees. School fees. Most of these leaders that are there, anybody that's above 60 is part of the problem. They went to schools free of charge, including my father. I remember he went all the way to Oxford and he was sponsored by government. Most of them got this. Now they're budgeting only 7% on education, 8% on education. Each time we talk, they do the same thing. Year after year, I've criticized them. I've mentioned these things. 7% on education, 8% on healthcare. Now, COVID-19, they still are saying that they are increasing money, allowances for other things, but they have still not increased on health. Like seriously, on health, they have not increased though. All the things you are seeing on health is donation, grants. But they have not increased the budget on health. We are waiting for next year. Let's see the budget on health again. It will be 7%. Education 8%. Education 7%. Do you know what it means? Primary schools, all the local government schools in the whole country are benefiting from this. The secondary schools, government colleges, technical colleges, polytechnics, universities, institutes of research and learning and everything, anything, and even some of our people going for PhD abroad and everything, all that money that you're supposed to sponsor the whole Nigerian on education is in that 7%. Then those people sitting down there legislating over us are receiving over 21% of the budget. Look, if it's possible to send Thunderba, I'll invoke it for all of them sitting there. Let the thunder come in the form of blue thunder. They don't even know. These guys are wicked. These guys are heartless. They are mean. And yet you sit down and you praise them. For what? They have turned it to retirement home. When you finish from governor, you move there. I've just learned now, most likely, dear Ambode that has been working, that is trying to do something, he's going to join them in retirement home very soon. He's getting senatorial ticket. Like, are we joking? Are we like seriously joking? What is wrong with us? See, if any youth comes out again and take INEC job for 10,000, 7,000, 5,000, he's a mumu. When you stand and you vote the right person, honestly speaking, your life will be better. What more than that 10,000? What are you saying? Let's do the maths now. We have how many youths? Over 70 million. When the time comes for voting, that 70 million will disappear.
Hold on, my brother. Thank you. Please don't go anywhere. Stay there. Haruna. Can you hear me, Haruna? Hi, Haruna, use your phone. This thing no good. This your computer no work. Oh. Use your phone, Haruna. Use your phone. Come on, Haruna. Yeah. Jima, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Now, please speak on, because you were saying something.
As I was saying, it's about this corruption issue. That have been saying a lot. But there's something we need to understand. Corruption in Nigeria is a strategy with the whole country of Africa. People fail to understand. Because I remember the time I was traveling and
Please, I think we'll be wrapping it up in about 14 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with your connection. Please now enlighten us more on how you want to start the process you are talking about, the occupation of 19 national state assemblies in the north. Please enlighten us on how you're doing it, then the name of your organization, how we can meet you, because so many people are interested here. If you have a Facebook page, you tell me the name, I will display it here for everyone to see. Because what I need us to do is to rub minds together, come together and see how we can pull at the same time. Because as you arrange this thing in the north, if we in the south do the same thing, believe me, they don't have enough police to police all of us that day. Please tell us
firstly,
on that one.
Before I go further, let me try and clear the misconceptions first. Because as Nigerians, we have to understand one thing. Ariwa life matters. The word Ariwa gives it a northern kind of name and feeling that, okay, this is a Hausa thing or a Hausa Fulani thing. Now, many that have never been to the north don't even know that the north is mixed. There are so many tribes in the north. Nigeria, we say we have over 250 ethnic groups. The north has a lot of them as well. So it is nothing to do with the northern agenda or like something like Biafra. No. As I said earlier on, there are people that own businesses in the north. They've lived there like 30, 35 years. Their whole investment, their family, their children grew up in the north. They only go to the east or the south for Christmas and they now come back to the north. So they are all stakeholders in the north. I don't know if you're getting that clear. They speak Hausa, you won't even know if they're Hausa, Igbo, or whatever. So it's about the killings going on in the north. There is a higher percentage that you will go out and not come back alive in the north. As a matter of fact, it is 8 times higher than any part of Nigeria. So if you weigh everything carefully, we're talking about the killings going on in the north. We have released data. The statistics is there. Gema would have given you all the statistics. 88% of the killings are happening in the north. And we have also said the borders are porous. I mean, you look around the killings, you look at these killings are happening on the border regions, the Maiduguri, Katsina, Sokoto, Zamfara, and the rest. Bordering states. Yes, now it's infiltrating and getting into places like Kaduna, Benue, and the likes. If we don't do something about it, if we don't put an end to this, what will eventually happen is that you will be in your own bedroom wherever you are. They will come. If they can't get anything from you, they will kill you or they will kidnap you. They will rape your children, and there will be nothing you or the government can do. Because as it is right now, the government has failed us regarding security. The reason why Buhari won this election was because people like us went out there, we weren't paid, we voted him because we believed he's a retired general and he will be able to look at the military architecture and fix it, put an end to it. He did something very beautiful regarding Metasine long ago. We remember that. So those are the things that made him win the election. And that's why this time around it was difficult for him to win the election. But we know the power of the incumbents and whatever they do and they are rigging or whatever. So let's put that on the side. Good and fine. He is still there. And I am not putting the chunk blame on the president himself. If something happens in your neighborhood, what is happening to the police DPO? That's the first person that should be securing you now, the DPO in your community. Is the security officer in your community? Is Barry going to leave Villa and come and secure you? Now go to the DPO's place. Do they have the weapons? Do they have the personnel, enough policemen to do that? Who is supposed to give them the money? We know that most of this thing is centralized. IG is not giving them funds enough. That's what it means. Then, if the government are being complemented with security votes, is the governor giving them that money? What is the security votes for? Isn't this to secure life and properties? Are they doing it? The answer here to all these your questions is no, no, no. So we are being killed. Our lives and properties are not being secured, and that is why we're doing this. So what we're trying to do now is I'm being very careful not to reveal most of the agendas before they try to neutralize it and put an end to it before it starts. Though we have a page and we'll be issuing another press release, we have given them 2 weeks ultimatum. We're going to occupy all the 19 states' houses of assemblies, and we're going to ensure that they don't deliberate on anything but security until our lives and properties are secured. We can't have any development without security being tackled. I know many people are just looking at this because you have not lost a loved one. Many are just looking at it, it's just happening in the north. If we don't start by uniting ourselves and putting an end to it now, it will affect us there. The same way healthcare became bad in the north and it went to the south. The same way education became bad and it touched other countries. The same way all these other things they've been doing, corruption and everything will touch. That's the same way these killings will affect every part of Nigeria if we don't unite ourselves and put an end to this. The people legislating are supposed to sit down and discuss issues that are bothering us as citizens. And we do not need anybody's permission to go and protest or occupy that. The highest office in this land is the office of the citizen. I am a citizen of Nigeria. I am paying my tax. I am not a convict. I am not being convicted. I am not in any court of law or anything. So I have the right to exercise my constitutional right and go there and tell them that we are being killed and they should put an end to this killing. It's a very simple thing. The dilemma we've always had, the quagmire we've been facing is raising funds. In our quest to raise funds, it is very important you don't associate yourself with questionable characters in a way that they will feel that this is somebody trying to score a cheap political point. And in the same manner, it should not be hijacked by ethnocentric people. I am talking of IPOB, Northern Agenda, the CNG, and the likes of them that are more like, or the Oduduwa. No. It's about time we stop letting them divide us between ethnic lines. And then don't bring any religion in this. So those Boko Haram or whatever, they are not Muslim, Christians or whatever. No religion.
My brother, let me tell
And
you,
at the
let
same
me
time,
jump in on that
when
one.
they kill, they
One
should kill
minute,
Muslim or Christians.
1 minute, 1 minute. Let me jump in on that one, Bilal. Hold on, Bilal. I will mute this thing so it doesn't echo. Let me tell you something, my people. When you hear, hold on, Haruna. When you hear about, all these people you hear that are sounding ethnocentric, it is for money. They just want to pretend as if they are the people that love their people most. Then at the end of the day, they will use it to make money. Be it IPOB, be it Oduduwa people, be it the Northern Agenda. All of them, they are just doing it for power and money. They don't care about the people. Please, Bilal, hold on. Haruna, please jump in. You'll be here for a long time. I didn't say anything. We are listening to you, Haruna.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Haruna.
Yeah, I thank you very much for accepting me. Yeah, even though I know it's like my system is having a problem, but thank you very much.
Turn off the other device. Turn off the other device. Turn it off.
Okay, I'm doing that now.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know, I want to thank Bilha very well. You understand? For his contribution. Bilha, there is something you make some good statements, you make some good points, but I want you to understand something. You see, all this security information, you understand, that we normally get as citizens. It's not that the security agents are not getting this information, but they are not just ready to do the needful. And the reason why they are not ready to do the needful is because the situation at hand had become a business for all of them all. You understand? Let me give you an example. Now, I remember something happened years back when I went to Adamawa. I went to Adamawa and a friend asked me to come with him to Mubi. Now, when that friend asked me to come with him to Mubi, I accepted. We went to Mubi for his own elder sister's wedding. Only for us to get to Mubi that evening, then there is already rumors that Boko Haram are going to enter Mubi the following day. Now, tell me, if an ordinary citizen like you and I can get an information that Boko Haram are coming, do you think the security agents are not aware of it? They are aware of it. You understand? Now, there was an information already. The information was everywhere. And before you enter Mubi, there is a military checkpoint. Now, we were told already that these people are coming from Minchika. Minchika is not far from Mubi, but there are also other mountains behind Minchika. You understand? So those people, they are camped in that mountain. We all know they are camped there. So what are the security agencies doing? If we ordinary citizens know these people are camped there. Now they say they are coming. When they now say they are coming, there was panic everywhere. You understand? But then we were still saying, okay, if they are coming, we'll know what to do. Because the military are already by the entrance of Mubi. And there is no way you can enter Mubi without passing the military. Now, the following morning, as early as 8:30, the mother of my friend said she can't stay since there is already rumors that these people are coming, that she needs to go to Yola town. So we now took her to the park. She entered a taxi that is going to Jimeta. Now, when she was leaving,
this Hausa Fulani man, you came late. You came late, Mohammed. Please carry on.
So when she was inside that taxi to go to Jimeta, we were told, she was telling us that we should enter the taxi with her, they should cancel the wedding, and we should come with her. We said no. If there's anything, we'll find our way. My brother, this woman left with that taxi less than 40 minutes. We were walking back to their house. We were standing at the front of Zenith Bank. I remember vividly, at the front of Zenith Bank, we were standing there. Before you know, bike begin to enter. And we know when Boko Haram is entering a city, we know them. Because what they do, they wear military uniform with slippers or with sandal. And they will carry bike. They sit two on the bike. The bike begin to enter. And immediately, my friend tapped me and said, the men are here. The men are here. My brother, before they even get to that checkpoint, that military checkpoint to enter the city, the military already ran away. So what are we talking about? Now, I told somebody something some years ago. I told him, I said, look, the issue of Boko Haram cannot stop because there are different individuals that are profiting from it. There is somebody that has been given the contract to supply food to the military men in the bush. The man in charge of the allowance of the military men and is not giving it to them. He is there making sure that this thing never ends. Then you talk about the people they are giving money for ammunitions. They are there making sure that this thing never ends. Now, let me tell you something many people don't understand. The junior staff in the military are tired.
Yes.
Until we wake up, these people are not going to do anything. But if we wake up, they are going to support us.
Yes.
My brother, they are standing in the fence. They are sitting in the fence waiting for us to make a move. Just like it happened in Zambia about a few weeks ago. If we can make a move, the junior staff, the junior military officer will support us. They are tired. They are complaining every day. I remember when Boko Haram started, many of the junior military officers ran away. They throw away their weapons. They enter Cameroon and disappear from there. Some of them, their father is major general in the military. Call them on phone and tell them to run away. Leave the country and go. Do you understand? These people are using this thing for business. Just like the other time, one military boy came out and he was shouting. He said that they told them that the Boko Haram are going to pass this way. Just 10 minutes for something to happen. Their commander asked them to leave that place and go to another angle. Now, when they decided to go to another angle, his friend said, no, him is going to stay behind. His friend sneaked out from the truck and stayed behind. Do you know that those Boko Haram came and slaughtered his friend?
Chai.
You can imagine. That is to say the commandant have already been given instruction to move them away from that place and take them somewhere else so that the Boko Haram can have a free chance to pass.
Imagine.
So the truth of the matter is that these security officers know what is happening. Just like Bilal is saying, we need to rise up together. If we can rise up together, I tell you, the junior security officers will follow us. Do you understand me? They will follow us. What I will say to every Nigerians, wherever you are in the whole world, whatever you think you can use to support this movement, send it across to them. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Send it across to them. Let them buy food for those that are going to sleep on the streets.
Yes.
I am ready to support it.
Yes.
Let people sleep on the streets. Just like it happened during Jonathan time. Yaradua was among the people that were buying food for the people that were sleeping in Eagle Square. I was aware of it. I was there.
Yeah.
So it is time for us to do the same for our own youth so that things can change for the better. Because if we don't, my brother, we are doomed forever. We are doomed forever. The only thing I'm going to tell every Nigerian, wherever you are in the world, please and please, whatever we can contribute to this movement, let us contribute it. We are not giving somebody our money in the name of saying, go and fight. We are saying, buy food for those that are going to sleep on the streets. If they can have food to eat, my brother, I tell you, even if it is the next 1 year, people are ready to sleep on the streets. People are tired of what they are suffering. They are tired. You think we are happy being abroad? My brother, even if you have citizenship abroad where you live, my brother, you are still a second-class citizen. So everybody is tired. So Nigerians, wherever you are in the world, it is time to rise up to the occasion. Wherever you are, everybody can participate in this movement. Let it start. If the 19th state can start, I'm telling you, the whole of
hold on, Haruna. My brother, Bilal, someone said you should send the account number. I don't know if you can be able to send it now, or anyone that can send the account number to send it. Let me pin it here because some people want to.
Okay, this is where we have a problem. We know to do such things, you need foods, you need mobile toilets, you need forget logistics. We can take ourselves there. But the truth is, no personal account will be used for this.
Okay.
Let me explain this. Some of us have even gone as far as saying we should have a what's it called? GoFundMe account. You can't even create a GoFundMe account because it's illegal. So the constitution is wrong. You'll be breaking the law. You're using it. So the GoFundMe account gets funded by people from different parts of the world. So it becomes treason. You're taking funds to destabilize the country. So now we have to look at all this. Then I'm very careful not to meet, as I say, active, inactive politicians and people that want to score cheap points in the government and everything, the opposition and the rest. So we don't want them to come in and hijack this and everything. So I'm sorry we can't have an account. We don't have an account. And I've asked what's it called? EIE. Enough is enough. To crowdfund. This would have been easier. If EIE were willing to crowdfund, I've sent a mail to them, I've followed up, nothing. If they were willing to crowdfund, EIE will now be providing movable toilets, tents, and all that. We've collaborated with AIE when I did Occupy NAS, and this was what I was hoping for. But at the point right now, we can't wait for anyone. We're going ahead, even if it means sleeping under the rain, if it means running home at night because of security and coming back as early as 6 a.m., we're starting. And the most important thing is the media. Once we start and we have the media, Al Jazeera and CNN, we who are on standby covering this.
Not just forget Al Jazeera, CNN, and the rest. To me, I believe
local media already. We do.
Okay, hold on. I believe that Nigerians on Twitter, Facebook, if we are covering the hold on, I muted your mic is mute. Pardon?
We have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram accounts. We have emails and everything. So Iowa Life Matters. You can follow us Twitter, Facebook, and email. You chat me up. I'll send you the links. Gamer will give you everything you need to know. It's unfortunate we're not doing this to make money. So the issue of send account and the rest, trust me, is a trap. It's a trap. Yeah. We're not interested. You know, we're not interested in the monies. And look, when I was speaking, how when I was shaking his head, he was nodding, he was smiling, he was grinning. He could feel the pain. And I think almost everything he said is what I said. The only difference is I summarized it. I said they have turned it to a cash cow. In other words, what I mean is they have turned it to a business. The person that takes from ammunition, from allowances, from these, from checkpoint returns, from information you give to Boko Haram and they'll give you something in return. I don't know if you're getting what I'm trying to say. It takes a lot to kill one Nigerian soldier. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Yeah. The intel is wrong. So we're still saying that the only way we can do this is to rise up. And there comes a time when if
hold on, my brother, because next time I will come to you where you will summarize. Meanwhile, I would love this if there is a phone number you will give to our people to reach you via WhatsApp.
You have Gamer's number.
Eh?
You have Gamer's number.
I have Gamer's number.
Gamer will give you everything you need to know about me. But on this,
I don't know if I have Gamer's number there, but let's go back.
Gamer will give you everything you need about Iowa Life Matters, about me, press releases and everything. He will give you statistics. He will give you data that will blow your mind. I'm not saying that when we're done with this, we're going to stop. We need to talk about these people that are making us not to have good governance. These legislators that are sitting down there on jumbo salaries. We have looked at things like the revenue mobilization allocation of the fiscal commission, that these guys are earning as much as 20-something million as allowances monthly. They don't account for these things. They'll come and they'll tell you their salary is 750,000 as a senator. Is a lie. Let's look at the hidden allowances.
Thank you, my brother. Before we get to that one, hold on. Let Haruna finish what he's saying, because he still has like 12 minutes. Haruna, please carry on.
So, like what I was trying to say is this. You understand? It is this movement has long overdue. It has long overdue. I even think as time goes on, we should shift it from Arewa Life Matters to Nigerian Life Matters. You understand me? To Nigerian Life Matters. That is what I think we should shift it to, because it is long overdue. You understand me? Whether they give an account or they don't give an account, I will try and make sure I send something to one of them and make sure that I'm able to support in one way or the other. Because this is the kind of movement I have been waiting for a very long time. I have tried to push it. I have failed. Yes, I accepted that I have failed. But it is time for me to support those that have the guts to do it behind my back. You understand me? Leo, let's stop this issue of ethnicity. It's not helping us. It's not taking us anywhere. I am Igbo, I am Yoruba, I am Hausa. Let me make you understand something clearly today. I have two best friends. One is Yoruba, one is Igbo, from Ebonyi State and from Ibadan State. Those are my best friends. I can give my life for them anytime, any day. So what are we talking about? You understand me? We grew up with these people together. Now these elites are coming to put division in our midst. They are coming to tell you an Hausa man is not good, a Yoruba man is not good, an Igbo man is not good. My man, where? If they tell you that an Hausa man killed your ancestors, let them settle it. They cannot continue to drag us in the mess of the past. What are they even done in the past? How did they set the foundation of this country in the past? So whatever they have done in the past is their business. What is happening now is our business. Because what is going to happen tomorrow is the business of our children. If we
Yes.
continue like this, our children will not have, generation will not have future. So we have
Yes.
to rise up to this occasion. You understand me? It is time to live wherever you come from. Leave your tribe, leave your religion. We've got more than 2 religions in Nigeria. People are worshiping different things in Nigeria. It is time to leave all those nonsense. This is not the time to come and say, I am a Christian, I am a Muslim, I am from the north, I am from the south, I am from the east. This is not the time to talk all those nonsense, because those
Yeah.
nonsense have not been helping us and they will never help us.
Never.
You see this security you are talking about. There is Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. So what are we talking about? You are telling you they are telling me the other day that that Tinubu has been brought down. But my brother, yesterday, the leaders of APC went to see Tinubu for what? For what?
Oh,
So what are we talking about? Today they will come, they will display a drama before us. We will believe that they are breaking down. Tomorrow
they
they
are
will go
fighting.
back behind the curtain and do what they need to do. The other day they say they are fighting Tinubu, yet they gave the recruitment of 774,000 Nigerians to the daughter of Tinubu, the same person they say they are fighting. What are we talking
Imagine.
about? We are not fools, my brother. It is time to rise up to the occasion. It is time to fight these people. Look, if your uncle is one of them, bring him out. It is time to fight them, because your uncle cannot help you forever. He can only give you peanuts. That is the
Yes.
only thing he can give to you. He can only give you peanuts. Like I was saying the other time before this issue of COVID-19 start, I was telling the Nigeria abroad, I said, wherever you see any big man, you see his child, my brother, beat him, send him back to Nigeria. Beat the hell out of him. Let's go to hospital where they are sleeping. Let's beat them and chase them out of that hospital. Let them go back to that country where they think it is nothing. It is for them to be stealing the money. Let them go back there and let's see if they can survive it. So, my brother, the truth is, this is a time, and I'm in for it. 100%, I'm in for it. Let's support it to the later. Thank you very much. I appreciate, man.
Thank you so much, Haruna. You know, say people talk that you the vex your own anger. You know, say you know the shout, but from the way you speak, we know how your anger is. Let me bring in Gima. Gima, welcome back, Gima. Please carry on. I hope you've been listening, Gima. Unmute your mic. Yeah, yeah. Gima. Hello, Gima. Gima. Gima, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. I think we have to go back to Bilal. Bilal, please, welcome. Bilal, unmute your mic, Bilal. Please. Now you take your time and summarize everything. You have like 10 minutes to run a final analysis. Then I will drop you. Meanwhile, I would like to host you specially on a special occasion. I want to host you even 2 times before the protest start. Please, I want to host you in a special way and take my number from Gima. Okay, carry on.
Okay. Basically, I like the idea of saying Nigeria lives matters. As a matter of fact, all life matters. It doesn't. It goes beyond race, so it has nothing to do with skin color and everything. So all life matters. But then, as I said, the present situation here, is one that is affecting the north. So it took a lot of time for us to get to Iowa Life Matters, and we're very open to making it Nigerian Life Matters. As a matter of fact, that's the best, because I believe the issue of insecurity is affecting the whole Nigeria. The issue of healthcare, unemployment, and every other thing we're having is affecting the whole country. So yes, Nigerian Life Matters is a very good one. We need to bring more people on board. We need to bring more from different parts of Nigeria, patriots and everything on board. But for now, let's just see how well we can finish working on Iowa Life Matters. So it's definitely going to be Nigeria Life Matters. That's one. Secondly, as I told you, the quagmire we find ourselves in is one that we are fighting those that are benefiting from it. It wouldn't take anything from someone that is making billions from this to send assassins to make you just vanish from the surface of the earth. So I've told people, and I'm going to say this again: if you are scared of dying and you're scared of being arrested or anything, please stay at home. This is not a movement for you. If you think you're doing this because you want to score cheap political points or come in and be a social point and try and hijack whatever we're doing for the better good of all Nigerians and think we're going to fall for your whatever, whims and caprices, you're joking, because it's not about money. I don't think there's anything that can buy my conscience. At the end of the day, we all go back to our maker. Now, I for one don't think of myself as a youth. I'm in my 40s already. And then when people come and they say youth, 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 by definition, 24, that's a youth. But then those ones are like already being misled with a get rich syndrome, Yahoo Yahoo, um, and drugs and the rest. They're already feeding them with those things that is making them lose focus. So fine, we're trying to show them that look, we can do better, and let's try and show them this is the way to go about it. I do hope that those ones, many of them, will be part of it, and it's very important. Like states like Kaduna, where you have security issues with the Shiites and the government. I know it's a very big security challenge, and that's one of the reasons why we chose not to do a protest. You see, there's a difference between a protest and occupation. We all gather in one place in an occupation, which makes it easier, you know. But then in the protest, you're moving around. So as you're moving around, you get people joining you, and you don't know who is actually there to cause, chaos and the rest. So it's quite easy to have the occupation. And as I said, the only way one can actually assist right now is to donate T-shirts, because we need as many T-shirts as possible. I've done about 150 T-shirts. We have about 19 states, so you can imagine how difficult the T-shirts will be. We have T-shirts going for about productions about 1,005. So you decide to say I'm picking 3 T-shirts, 4 T-shirts, and whatever. That's quite good. That's quite easy, and I think that's the only way we can support the movement. For that, I've told Gamer to handle the T-shirts. I've been making sure Gamer does the T-shirts and everything, because I don't want anyone to implicate me or anything. So at the same time, we need, just like Friday Haruna said, you don't have to donate to make sure you give an impact. You'll be surprised if he finds a way to contact someone in Nigeria here, which is definitely home for everyone, to get a mobile toilet, and all of a sudden, voila, we find a mobile toilet in one of the states there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? There are ways you can do things discreetly. Nobody knows you did it and everything. But what we want is people that are willing to actually give their lives for this cause. That is the truth. I'm moving on. I'm ready to sacrifice my life. If they take me down, I think there will be more Bilals that will come up. For every one of me that goes down, we can have more than another 10. But it's about time we stop this. It's about time we put an end to ethnocentrism, nepotism, and then the way the government turns every little agenda, everything to business as usual, turn it to cash cow. It's really disheartening. Boko Haram has been turned to a cash cow. Insurgency, kidnapping, banditry, even COVID-19 was turned to a cash cow. I have had reports where if you're going to get somebody that is having malaria and diagnose him for COVID-19, you get about 25,000 naira. So you can imagine. So you're a malaria victim, but all of a sudden on the report, you're a COVID-19 victim because the person there is trying to make 25K off you. That's a lot of money. So we really need to see how we can put these people on their feet. And most importantly, let's get competent, patriotic Nigerians to be at the helm of affairs of this country. It's disheartening when each time we try to reshuffle, all we do is still get a bad egg and we still put him in the same position. So it's really sad. It's about time we put an end to this. And I've said this and I'll say it again. There is strength in unity. If many of us are going to sit in our comfort homes and say, fine, Bilal and Co are enough, my own number won't count, you'll be surprised. Just that one number could be the one that will make the difference. So I know it's scary. I know many will be like, I would rather be at home. But for us in the north, I think there's no option because home is not safe anymore. That's how sad it is. Home is not safe anymore. I can't go to farm. I can't really travel to Abuja at certain hours because I'm scared the kidnappers will be on the way. I can't really let my kids go out, roam around and everything because I'm scared they'll be kidnapped and then, you have to get some ransom and the rest. And let me clear this now. Becky Gordon just said something. Revolution now. Like, well, if you know me well, if you know history well, you can now sorry. I was a person that
Hold on, Bilal. Hold on, Bilal. Many people want to contribute their own T-shirts, their own quota of the
reach out to
T-shirt.
Chief Gamer. He's the
Okay.
national coordinator.
Yeah, I will put Gima's number and Facebook page or account for them to
discuss
go
it.
there and
Now, please let me clear that
read through him.
something like Becky Godwin said revolution. Now, let me say something, and I've never gone on camera about this. Um, I'm a Nigerian, and I really love Nigeria. And the issue of revolution is not what we're after. It's treason for you to talk about revolution. I brought Sorore to Kaduna for the first time. Sorore is a friend. I call him a bomb. But then there are certain things you don't use. You have to be curious. Things like revolution, things like chaos, things like that. There are ways you can actually get things done without being, looked at as a violent or someone that is trying to destabilize the system. And that's one thing.
But bro, hold
That's
on.
sorry.
You
Let me
know
say this.
that
That's one thing I would not like people to use. Those hashtag revolution now.
okay.
I won't want that to be used. It's not a revolution. If we want to do a revolution, let us pick one amongst us. Let us go there and get a party and make sure we sponsor that person and vote that person, and that person will be the president. That's the best kind of revolution. So let's not deviate and get too emotional and everything. The law gives us all everything, and we have the numbers. We have the power. We've not been just united, as I said. We've always been carried along, religion and ethnic lines, and then maybe because of one or two naira stomach infrastructure, we fail to realize what is most important. I've told you this, it's a simple statistics. If most of us going for INEC work choose not to go for INEC work and decide to vote in an election, trust me, there will be power change. A youth will be a president of this country and a governor. Give up that power, give up that INEC job, and see if you're not going to vote the right person. So it's not a revolution when it can be only be a revolution when you do the right thing. Forget the 20,000, 2,000, 5,000 INEC will pay you, which eventually most people don't even get it. Go there and cast your thumb or vote the right person, so a nobody with no godfather, and see if that person is not going to serve the community more than the 2,000 or 5,000 naira. So if you're going to do anything like a revolution, that's the best part of revolution you can do. So I thank you for your time. I also have to run Friday and the rest. So it's nice being here, and I really believe in a better Nigeria. And this is just the beginning of good things to come. Thank you,
Thank you.
and have a nice
Thank
day.
you,
God
my
bless you.
brother, for your wonderful contribution. And I will call you after the program. I will speak with you. I know that speaking with you now will make my phone to be tapped. Guess what? I don't care. And hey, everyone, if you are doing anything in Nigeria, you are involved with any group, just assume that you are using your phone with the government. Mind what you say there. Mind what you're doing with your phone. They are tapping your phone. They are not dumb. They have everything. My brother, I don't know if you want to use 2 minutes to summarize this one before you go.
Well, you've said it all. We're being watched, and it's always good to do things by the law. So even the face masks and the rest, we have done a few face masks, which we'll be sharing. It's not enough. You can do as many things as you want to do, and you feel things are things that you need. Nobody's asking you for money. Nobody's asking you for anything. But food is a necessity. Water, drinks, and you need to defecate. You need to use the toilet. Not all of us have strong bladders. You need a tent to really just stay under the sun and all that. We need placards, inscriptions on the placards. We can definitely write them, and you see them on our Facebook page. So you can always create one, but it has to be something that is decorous, is straight to the point, and it's nothing like revolution and all that. So we're very careful, and I think that's about it. So just hold on, and you get the press release very soon. Hopefully before Wednesday, you get the press release on the next action to be done. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you, and be blessed. Best of luck and stay safe. Oh, Haruna,
Yeah, I'm here.
my brother, please take like 10 minutes and wrap it up. Then we'll call it a day.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bilha. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to say that I did not regret your meeting of today.
Yeah.
I have never regret any meeting, but Bilha coming in, I didn't regret it. I'm very happy we're able to meet you guys, and I am very happy we are networking. You understand? Like he said, the best revolution we can ever do is to bring out some competent person, and we all go to vote. Just like somebody was saying the other day, that the best revolution is for us to have our permanent voters card. That is the best revolution we can ever do. And that is one thing I will advise all the youth of Nigeria. Please, whatever you are doing, wherever you are, in as much as you are within the country, please try and make sure you get your permanent voters card, because that is the only way you can vote them out. And please, wherever you are in any part of the world, you must not be from the north. Even if you are not from the north, you can still come and sit down. Just have your own gathering. You understand? Just have your own gathering and do
Online.
wherever they are doing. You understand? So that at least it can be coded. at least we can have a good number. Just like you said, there is strength in number. You understand? If we can come out in good numbers and do this thing, I bet you, one way or the other, we will get a change. One way or the other, we will get a result. You understand? Sure. I don't want to talk too much because I know you've got a lot to talk. Even though I have a lot to talk, but all I want us to do is to support from wherever we are. Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Friday Haruna. Then let's try Gima for the last time and see what he will have to say. My brother, can you hear me? Gema? Gema network is very, very terrible. Okay, Gima can't get. Hey, my people, let me tell you something. That I hear some people when they mention about voting, all these things you're saying against voting is exactly what your politicians want to hear. Let me tell you, there is this brother Samuel. The next time I want to host Bila, I will host that brother Samuel too. He's in Italy, and he will tell you exactly how votes are rigged, of which I know it, but I don't want to be the only voice you hear here. And someone said that you are bringing down, you try to bring down IPOB, so you create your own platform. Hey, this is not a political party. This is a movement for all Nigerians. And if you don't like it, please, the door is there. You click play. You can click exit. Please, I am not here to defend any ethnic group. I am not here to vilify any group. On a personal note, of course, it's not a secret that I have a personal beef with Nnamdi Kanu. Why? Because I think he's going wrong. He's doing it wrongly and on purpose. Okay? If that offends you, that's your business, not mine. Let him defend himself. Stop being used like a cannon fodder. Let the person who is accused speak for himself. Do not speak for anyone. We are not here to bring any division. And if you don't like a Nigerian talk, why are you here? Why don't you come back when we are talking about the talk you like? If you want to talk about religion, you may like it. But this one, if you're uncomfortable with it, sorry, you are still within your right to be uncomfortable with it, but you cannot come here to fashion a narrative that will follow. We are not all narrow-minded people. Please stop. All these divisions favor only one group of people, the political class. The political class. You see, who do you think is hitting them more? The person that is ranting and shouting every day, shouting Hausa Fulani, or the person that is telling you that the problem is the ruling class, the political class? Check again your oil well. Check the owners of your oil well. They are all represented there. You saw what our brother said about history. He said, hey, Hausa people that want us to do history. No. The ruling class of Nigeria don't want us to know history because it will expose all of them. All these emirs, the slavery they carried out. Hey, when Nigeria had independence, there were less people in northern Nigeria, not because people have not populated there for a long time. When Benin was ruling, go and check the map of, wait, let me show you the map of Benin. I want to show you something. I'm coming. Let me show you something. I want to show you something, guys. Let me get the video and show you. Let me share the screen and show you something, guys. I want us to learn one more thing today. This program will really terrify some people in Nigeria, not just in... Watch. This is the current Nigerian map. I'm coming. This is the current Nigerian map. And those of you that are shouting Biafra, please, Biafra is under Ethiopia. This place today is in Cameroon. Ethiopia this is Atlantic Ocean. It used to be called Ethiopian Ocean. The Ethiopian kingdom used to extend to this place. Their border with Nigeria is here. Now, see the current Nigerian map. See Benin here. The place in red is Benin. Watch it. It stretched even past the whole Nigeria. Please, This is Borno State, somewhere here. Huh? Are you hearing me? Watch the northwest, and the northeast. Watch the northwest and northeast. It's just only a fraction of northwest that was not under the Benin Kingdom. Now, why is it that by the time Nigeria had independence, there were less people here? Now go and study the trans-Saharan slave trade. Whatever you think about the transatlantic slave trade, the sub-Saharan slave trade was worse than that. They depopulated the place and sold off the indigenous people there. Okay? They sold off. That's why they don't want you to hear history. And we are here fighting. Hey, Hausa Fulani, this and that, Igbo man, useless man, Yoruba man, all these things. But when it comes to pursuing women, when it comes to that side, you don't care. You don't care. You go, you come back, you don't remember that this one is Benin woman, oh, or this one is Igbo girl, oh, or this one is Fulani girl. Please, those of us in Onisha, all the time you were going to Kara, please, what women do you meet there? Don't let us start opening up some secrets. I didn't go there. I know people that went there. Hey, let us stop this nonsense, okay? So my people, I thank you so much for joining us. Those on YouTube, I thank you. Guys, if you are joining us for the first time, like and follow the page. If you are joining us for the first time on YouTube, please like the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and share with friends and family. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We are leaving it there. Oh, show yours. It's just there in case if anything happens to the page or any day we can't broadcast on the page, we switch to YouTube. Okay, it's there as our reserve, as a spare tire to carry this, because this movement will not go. Let me greet my son. And someone say, Jelle, get a son. Guy, I get 2 sons, twin boys. So no talk. Of course. Guys on YouTube, I will let you go now. I will let you go now. I hope you join us some other time.